Hey guys, it's Macy, back with Macy's Reading Corner, reading Flawed by Cecelia Ahern. Sorry, I'm trying to find my spot. Chapter 4, but they don't run to us. They go in the opposite direction to the Tinder's house. No, 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 Dad says. I can hear the surge of anger in his voice. Oh my God, Juniper whispers. I look back at Art in shock, waiting for his reaction as he stares ahead intently, his jaw working overtime. And then I notice Mom and Bosco still haven't joined us outside. I let go of Art's hand and rush back to the door. Mom, Bosco, quick, it's the Tinders. As Mom races down the corridor, hair from her chignon comes loose and falls across her face. Dad acknowledges her and shares a look that means something to the two of them, his fist opening and closing to his side. There's no sign of Bosco joining us. I don't understand, I say, watching as they approach Bob Tinder, what's going on? Shh, and watch. Juniper silences me. Colleen Tinder is now in the front yard with her dad, Bob, and her two little brothers, Timothy and Jacob. Bob stands in front of his children, blocking them, protecting them, puffing his chest up and out against the whistleblowers. Not his family, not his home, not tonight. They can't take the babies, Mom says, her voice sounding slow and far away. I know that, so that I know she's right here and panicking. They won't, Dad says. It's him. It must be him. But the officers walk straight by Bob, ignoring the terrified children who started to cry and waving a sheet of paper in his face, which he stalls to read. They enter the house, suddenly realizing what's happening. He tosses a piece of paper in the air and chases after them. He shouts at Colleen to look after the boys, which is a hard task because they're starting to panic now too. I'll help her, Juniper says, making a move. But Dad goes to grip her arm tight. Ow, she yells. Stay here, Dad says in a voice I've never heard him use before. Suddenly they're screaming from inside the house. It's Angelina Tinder. Mom's hands fly to her face, slip in her mask. No, no, Angelina wails over and over again, until finally we see her at the door, held by both sides by a whistleblower. She's almost ready for our dinner, wearing a black satin dress, pearls around her neck. Her hair is in curlers. She is wearing jeweled sandals. She is dragged from her home. The boys start to scream as they watch their mother being taken away. They run to her and try to reach her, but the whistleblowers hold them back. Get your hands off my sons, Bob yells, attacking them. But he's pushed to the ground, pinned down by two large whistleblowers as Angelina screams wildly with desperation not to be taken away from her babies. I've never heard a human cry out like that before. Have never heard a sound like it before. She stumbles and the whistleblowers catch her as she limps along, the heel of her shoe is broken. Bob shouts at them from the ground, Let her have some dignity. She's taken inside the van. The door slides shut. The whistles stop. I've never heard a man cry like Bob. The whistleblowers holding him down speak to him in a low, calm voices. He stops yelling, but his crying continues. They finally let him go and disappear into the second van. They drive away. My heart is pounding, and I can barely breathe. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. I wait for the outpouring of love from my neighbors. We are a tight, close-knit community. We have many community days. We support one another. I look around and wait. People watch Bob sit up in the grass, pulling his children close and crying. Nobody moves. I want to ask why nobody is doing anything, but it seems stupid because I'm not either. I can't bring myself to. Even though being flawed isn't a crime, aiding or assisting in a flawed carries the punishment of imprisonment. Bob isn't flawed. His wife is accused, but still everyone is afraid to get involved. Our neighbors, Mr. and Mrs. Miller, turn around and head back into their house, and most of the others follow suit. My mouth falls open, shocked. "Damn you," Bob shouts across the road. It's quiet at first, and I think he's saying it to himself. And then I think, as he says it louder, he's saying it to the vans that have disappeared. But as he gets even louder and the anger increases, he's directing it at us. What did we do? "Stay here," Dad says to us. Then he gives Mom a long look. "Everybody back inside. Keep it calm, yes?" Mom nods. Her face is sincere, as if nothing happened. The mask is back on, the loose strands of hair already back in place, though I don't recall her fixing them. As I turn around to look back into my house, I see Bosco standing inside the window, arms crossed, watching the scene unfold. And I realize it's him that Bob is shouting at. Bosco, the head of the guild, is the head of the organization that took Angelina away. He can help, I know it. He's the head of the Flawed court. He will be able to help. It will all be okay. Normality can resume. The world will be turned the right way around again. Things will make sense. Knowing this, my breathing starts to return to normal again. But as Dad hears Bob, the shouting dies down. Nears Bob, the shouting dies down, but the crying continues, a heartbreaking sound. When you see something, it can't be unseen. When you hear a sound, it can never be unheard. I know deep down that this evening I have learned something that can never be unlearned, and the part of my world that is altered will never be the same. Chapter 5. "Let's address the elephant in the room," Bosco says suddenly, reaching for the red wine and filling his glass generously. He had insisted we all sit back down at the table, though there isn't anyone who feels hungry after what we've just witnessed. Dad is still with Bob. Mom is in the kitchen preparing the main course. "I don't understand," I say to Bosco. "Angelina Tinder is accused of being flawed?" "Mm-hmm," he said, good-naturedly, his blue eyes dancing as he looks at me. It's almost as if he's enjoying my reaction. "But Angelina is—" Mom drops a plate in the kitchen and smashes it, and it stops me in my tracks. Was that a warning from her to tell me to stop talking? "I'm okay," she calls too chirpily. "What were you going to say about Angelina Celestine?" Bosco eyes me carefully. I swallow. "I was going to say that she is nice, that she is kind, that she has young children, and that she's a great mom, and that they really need her. That she's never said anything or done anything wrong in all the moments I've spent time with her. That she's the most talented piano player that I've ever heard, that I hoped I could play just like her when I'm older. But I don't, because the way Bosco's looking at me, and because Mom never usually breaks anything. Instead I say,